Yeah, Paul, I suppose just to follow up on this idea about a scale to measure the positive dimensions of suffering is intriguing, but just sort of concretely, I suppose, in terms of the items that you might be included on that kind of scale, are you envisioning, just based on your prior comments, I suppose it seems as though what you'd want to assess in that case is the sort of the perceived the perceived good outcomes
Well,
which the sufferer sort of anticipates, resulting from suffering?
basically, okay. The first question is mindfulness, right? What's happening? Should observe it from a distance, detach yourself. What's happening? So that is neutral, but also positive because it prevents the conditioned response. Something bad happened. No good, nothing good, nothing bad. It's neutral. The first stage, okay? What's happening? You will respond, say, what's happening? Well, that's positive because you get away this, you just what's happening. This mindful observation is now is hyped as if it solves all the problems, but it is an important part of solution. You respond mindfully. The second thing is that treating suffering as our best teacher, our best friend. So what does it mean? What the suffering will not go until you have learned the lesson. See, God speaks to our ear in a microphone when we suffer. God get our attention when we suffer because God is speaking to us through a microphone. If you don't believe in God, doesn't matter. Suffering usually is a wake-up call. So that's all the good response. What can I learn from it? What a benefit finding. Research shows benefit finding is a good way to cope, right? What can I learn from it? The third thing is that what can I do about it? The call for positive action now, say, these three questions. What's happening? What does it mean? What is it trying to teach me? The third question is that, what can I do about it? That's the question about reasonability. See, reasonability is the pivotal point. Reasonability is the key to determine whether the outcome is good or bad. If you respond to suffering responsibly, for example, usually when we suffer, oh, my wife caused me suffering, my husband caused me suffering, my bad boss caused me suffering. Usually, most people, their first response, they point a finger at somebody. He caused me trouble. He is the troublemaker. He is to blame. Well, that only this most natural response actually brings us more suffering. Instead, we respond maturely or spiritually. To what extent I'm responsible? To what extent I am responsible for the dispute? To what extent I am responsible for the failure? To what extent I'm responsible for this mess in the department? That is very powerful. That's it. It was a responsibility question. To what way I'm responsible? To what way I can make it better, right? I change myself. by changing my attitude, by changing my tactic, by reaching out, by apologizing. They're all part of the scale to measure the positive side of suffering. And you imagine how much we can help with a little team. And the team said, oh, you're fighting against mighty forces. I know that. From day one, I'm fighting against mighty forces. There's people with big institutional support, big money, big name. They all sing the same tune. Happiness is good, something is bad. I'm the Paul Wong is jumping up and down and say, look, listen to me. I got something to tell you. You can't have happiness without knowing you're suffering, without knowing why you suffer. Nobody listens to the Paul Wong, right? The Chinese little guy jumping up and down.